We had a request from one of our viewers, Tucker MS, to make something with some Carolina Reaper peppers in it. So today we're making Mad Dog Sriracha-Reaper Chicken Skewers with a spicy peanut dipping sauce. To get this marinade going, you need a tablespoon of olive oil. And make sure you put the olive oil in before this tablespoon of honey. And the reason is the olive oil, what's left over in the spoon, will help that honey come out and not stick. Okay? And next, we want 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Okay? Put that in there. Alright. Now, I'm going to use a little bit of this Mad Dog 357 Reaper Sriracha Sauce. It's a combination of Carolina Reaper and Sriracha sauce. Now the original recipe called for what they called a drop. You can see I put more than a drop in. I mean, come on. So let's just put a little bit more. Now, for those folks that like spice, you know, Carolina Reaper is the world's hottest pepper, but this has got a lot of Sriracha in it. So this is not going to be extremely hot. It's not like, you know, having a pure Carolina Reaper hot sauce. And then what I've got here is a tablespoon of ground ginger and a tablespoon of curry powder. All right. And then the last thing we need is some minced garlic. And I've got a teaspoon of the minced garlic. Now I'm just going to mix this up real well. And as soon as I get this done, we'll start on the chicken. I've got 3 boneless chicken breasts. Just going to cut these guys in about 3/4 inch strips because I am going to put them on the skewers, however you say that word. I think the total weight for this chicken was right at 1.7 pounds. Now we're just going to thread these with your skewers. If you're using, you know, wood skewers, of course you're going to want to, actually it's probably going to be better if I go in and out so that they don't slide all over the place. If you're using wood skewers, you're going to want to soak them in water first, right? So after I get each one of these guys on the skewer, I don't know if that's how you say that word, we'll be right back and I'll show you how we're going to marinate them. Alright, now we got a chicken all skewered up, and I'm just going to take that marinade that we made, kind of drizzle it over it, like so, okay? And once we get this marinade on, what I'm going to do now is just kind of, you know, turn each piece over, make sure it gets some of that marinade. We're not going to let this sit too long. The star of this is that kind of that peanut sauce for the most part. But what I am going to do is get this here. In fact, it might be better if we take a little brush here. Okay. Anyway, what I was saying is what we're going to do is as soon as I get this chicken kind of covered up in this marinade, I'm going to put it in the fridge and we're going to get started on that peanut sauce, that Reaper peanut sauce. Okay. To start this spicy Reaper peanut dipping sauce, I've got 14 ounces of chicken stock. I've got this right now on medium heat. Then we've got a 1/4 cup of lime juice. I've got 7 teaspoons of soy sauce. Just want to get this mixed up well together. Got 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. And now the original recipe from Mad Dog called out some fresh ginger. I didn't have that. So I've got a tablespoon here of dried ginger. I know the two aren't exactly the same, but that's as close as I can get today. Okay. So now we just want to get this stirred in. And then What we're going to do now is add some more of this Mad Dog 357 Carolina Reaper Sriracha. Now if you want this thing scorching hot, you can use something like this Purgatory Carolina Reaper sauce. This is extremely hot, tested I believe at over 1 million Scoville units. But even for me, that's a little hot. I'm going to try to keep this more true to the original recipe. What I'm using here is about, I probably used a teaspoon of the Reaper Sriracha sauce. Again, I think that original recipe called for a half a teaspoon. You know, for the most part, we're following the Mad Dog recipe, but I have just changed the spice a little bit. And then the final ingredient for this peanut sauce, of course, is creamy peanut butter. And I know people's peanut butter is like religion. And my religious belief on peanut butter is there's only one kind, and that's Jif Creamy. Either way, if you're a Skippy guy, make sure you use creamy. You don't want this to be chunky, I don't think. Okay, that's our cup of peanut butter. Now I'm just going to heat this to get this all blended in nicely. You can see with this peanut butter, it's going to take a few minutes. And then once it gets, you know, melted and blended in, you know, I'm guessing it's 4 or 5 minutes, who knows. Then we'll pull it off the heat. It's been right at 5 minutes. I've had this on, I would say, a little bit less than medium, probably medium low. But you can see it's kind of all blended in nicely together now. So I'm going to turn the heat off. Like I said, I've already done that. We're just going to let it sit here and cool down. And while this is cooling down, let's get over to the grill and get that chicken going. The original Mad Dog recipe had you put these in the oven at 350 for 20 minutes. But I don't do much oven stuff, so we're going to grill these. And my grill temperature right now is around 450 degrees. So I don't expect this will take too long. It's been about 5 minutes. Flip it over. Looking good. It smells good. Should have greased these grates. That would have kind of helped with the stick, but I didn't even think about it until just now. It's sticking. This chicken is looking pretty dang good. Probably don't need to turn it again, but I'm standing here. I've got nothing else to do other than wait to eat this. So I'll turn it again. I'm telling you, it is almost done. It's probably been about 12 minutes. I mean, I haven't been watching the clock that closely, but it hasn't been very long. These metal skewers, probably goes without saying, aren't like wood ones, right? They hold the heat for a while. So, you want to be careful. Don't touch them. I'm just going to put some of those chicken skewers here. There's a picture of a Mad Dog sauce, or Mad Dog Carolina Reaper. And then we're just going to put, you know, collar, right? Little parsley. You could use cilantro if you wanted. You don't need it at all. Yeah, I can get this off now. Chicken's been resting here about, I don't know, 7-8 minutes. You can see it's got a nice color. Alright, we're going to dip it in that peanut sauce and give it a try. The flavors you get, right away, you get peanut butter from the peanut sauce. And I've never made a peanut sauce before. I got to tell you, it's pretty awesome. It goes great with this chicken. And then you definitely get that curry taste. I'm telling you, I would definitely make this again. Now, let's talk about the heat scale. If you want something that's going to make you break out in a sweat, this isn't going to do it with that, you know, almost a teaspoon of this Reaper Sriracha we put in there. And by the way, you get that nice Sriracha flavor. And at the very back end, you do get some spice. On a scale of say 1 to 10, it's probably a 3 to a 4. You know, if you like a jalapeno spice, it's about like a strong jalapeno spice. Now, it obviously doesn't have the jalapeno flavor. I'm telling you, this Mad Dog recipe, it's awesome. Whoever created it over there at the Mad Dog website, kudos to them. If you're not a subscriber already, I hope you hit that little armadillo pepper icon up in the corner. If you got any questions or comments, leave them below.